Please welcome Taylor R. Cohen.
Wow, look at this crowd. Did you guys think you were coming to a Taylor Swift concert? Because if so, you came to the wrong session. Anyway, welcome to our session. We're talking about unwrapping Q4 and tactics to help your brand stand out this holiday season. My name is Taylor R. Cohen, and I'm a manager of customer success managers in the Strategic Account Services team, also known as SAS. I've been working with Amazon for just over 3 years, and I support customer success managers that support sellers in the home, consumer electronics, and kitchen spaces. Our team of 300 customer success managers help support sellers just like you to achieve your business goals on the Amazon store. SAS gives you access to an internal advocate, a trusted advisor inside Amazon who can help you scale your business, reach new customers, and increase your sales. We provide advice in key areas such as fulfillment, merchandising, marketing, advertising, and global selling. So we know just how important it is to manage your business in the Q4 timeframe. Today, I'm going to be talking about all the impactful things that you could do for your brand to prepare for the holiday season. Specifically, I'm going to share some insights about the holiday season and your business. Then we'll review my 5 tactics to help your brand stand out on Amazon. And then we'll get a chance to hear from a seller in our program just like you who has actually put these tactics into practice to hear how the success he achieved last year on Amazon. Then I'll share some of my best practices to actually take after the holidays are over to review your performance and optimize for the next busy season. At the end of this session, we will actually be hosting a live Q&A. So if you haven't already downloaded the Accelerate app, you can find instructions on the back of your badge. To submit questions or vote for questions, others submitted, use your in-app QR code scanner and scan this code. Then select Q&A from the panel on the right. All right, so let's take a look at some of those important insights that can help guide your decisions in the future. First, let's see just how impactful the holiday time frame can be for your business. Last year, despite low estimates, sales managed to increase 3.5% year over year and accounted for 21.6% of total retail sales. As you can see from last year's spending trends, it's clear that the spending is not going away anytime soon. So this year and this time is for you to make an opportunity to make a big impact for your business. Okay, I like to kind of look at the holiday season as a long, extended period of time as a journey for both you and your customers. And in every journey, you'll have to plan, you'll get ready, you'll make adjustments, and keep the momentum going afterwards. With this in mind, let's review each step of the holiday season. Early on, throughout October and November, you'll be planning and prepping, setting up your goals, setting up your budgets, building those campaigns to be ready and optimized for the holiday season while shoppers are really seeking inspiration from you. Then next, we have Black Friday, which is on November 24th, and Cyber Monday, that's on Monday to November 27th. And that is when the time where customers will actually be coming to your business to actually see deals and seek further inspiration. Then there's the gifting season. Here's when shoppers are really seeking out that perfect gift and when you're going to want to continue that momentum that you maintain from Black Friday and Cyber Monday, maintaining, closely monitoring, and adjusting your campaigns. And then after gifting season is over, you're looking for ways to really keep up that momentum, and of course, you're gonna want to measure the results. That timeline can definitely seem daunting. It's right around the corner, as we all are probably well aware. But consider this quote from Adam, one of our advertisers that's been selling on Amazon for over 8 years in the beauty space. He says, selling on Amazon during the holiday season, The number of sales compared to the rest of the year, you can see anywhere from 2 to 10x for certain products. Now that's something to get excited about. So let's see what actionable steps that we can take to set our businesses up for success this holiday season. We're gonna start with the basic fundamentals, and then I'm gonna work our way up and introduce you guys to tools and programs that you can use to unlock extra brand discoverability and traffic. One of the first actions that you can take to prepare for the holiday season is to optimize your product detail pages. This is probably very familiar to all of you, but I really want to take a look at it from an advertising perspective. Let's start at the page, top of the page at number 1. This is where your featured offer is displayed. In order to run sponsored product campaigns, you must be eligible for the featured offer. The criteria for the featured offer can vary from category to category, but the examples that could help influence your opportunity to win the featured offer are things like competitive prices, in-stock inventory, fast delivery, and product condition. For those who are unfamiliar with the term featured offer, this is what we used to refer as the buy box. This is the area where customers can actually add the product to their cart or click buy now for ease of shopping. When multiple sellers offer the same product, Amazon does the opportunity where we merge all of the products into one product detail pages for the best customer experience. In order to run a sponsored product campaign, I suggest picking products that regularly display the featured offer to help maximize visibility and your potential sales. Next in number 2, we have price. Shoppers might be more motivated to click on your sponsored product campaign if you offer great prices for your products. In order to remain price competitive, one of my recommendations that I have is to enroll your SKUs in automated pricing. Automated pricing, if you are not aware of it, it allows you to automatically adjust prices on SKUs in your catalog to respond to events such as the featured offer price without actually having to revisit that SKU every time you want to change the price. Automated pricing will protect customer trust on your behalf by ensuring that your offers are not priced significantly higher than recent prices so that your offers remain eligible to win the featured offer. Next in number 3, we have title. This is where you captivate your customers. I recommend aiming for around 90 characters within your title and only including things like your brand name, the product line, material, size, color, any other relevant keywords that are really gonna sell the customer as to what you want them to purchase. Just a tip there too, so if your titles are over 90 characters, they have the opportunity to be truncated in search and cut off that mobile experience for customers. So we want to really aim at 90 or less. Number 4 is the star rating of a product. This is based off of customer reviews and their star ratings. It helps build credibility and trust with your products. We recommend that your advertised products have 3.5 or more stars and also 5 or more customer ratings in order to really drive the customer to click on them. And number 5, we have product images. This is obviously a key component of your detail page because it's showcasing what you're truly selling to the customer. So I recommend that you display 4 high resolution, zoomable, and engaging photos. We really recommend having seasonal images, festive imagery that really is encompassing of this time of year. And really consider actually adding in images of customers interacting with product so they can see those key details of the product that you're truly selling. Number 6 is your opportunity to tell customers about your products. You'll add your bullet points here, and we recommend that here you're really speaking to those key product benefits and features. And the idea is that your customer can really read these in 30 seconds or less. Because Later on, further down the detail page, you'll have the opportunity in the product description place and A+ content to really add in those further details. Finally, at number 7, we have stock. Your product needs to be in stock in order to be the featured offer and be eligible for advertising. If a product will be out of stock, it will be indicated here, obviously not providing the best customer experience. So speaking of stock, I really want to dive in a little further here around the holiday readiness and planning out your inventory. To stay in stock during our deal events, we strongly recommend that you inbound in your FBA inventory prior to our cutoff date of October 26th. Allowing enough time for your supplier lead times, your carrier lead times, or both. As we're all probably very familiar, our fulfillment centers get very overloaded at this time of year, so the earlier that you inbound in, the better. To be prepared, you'll also want to understand how much inventory you need to maximize the sales that you plan for Q4. I have a tool that can help just accomplish that. So we have the Restock Inventory Dashboard in Seller Central that indicates how much inventory to send in and when to send it. The tool takes into account your sales velocity, sales history, demand forecast, and seasonality, and of course your replenishment settings. So I recommend utilizing that. But now let's zoom out a little bit from the detail pages and inventory readiness, and let's talk about what content will actually lead to more conversions. This leads me to my next tip, which is to utilize the Manage Your Experiments tool. Brand owners enrolled in brand registry can run A/B tests, also known as split tests, on your product title, your main images, your bullet points, product description, and A+ content with the Manage Your Experiments tool. This allows us to compare 2 versions of content together and see what resonates better with your customers. At the end of the experiment, you can see what performs the best by looking at what helps drive more sales and what actually appeals to your customers utilizing some of our reporting tools. You can actually access this tool in the Brands tab within the Seller Central console. Once your experiment is actually launched, it will split into 2 versions with visitors and customers randomly assigned to each version of content. At the end of a week, you'll be able to see the predicted sales impact to help see which resonates better. So I suggest to use Manage Your Experiments to run for 4 to 8 weeks timeframes to really see what is working best and what will inform future decisions for your brand. So ideally, we would have already started running these experiments for this holiday season so that we can have the more productive content live on our detail pages. However, if you haven't started already, it's not too late. You can still test and learn, and you can help utilize that testing to inform future peak timeframes, the next holiday season, and your plans for next year. I also want to point out with this tool, you have the ability to auto-publish winning content of title and images. So you can choose to auto-publish. So once, let's say you're running it for 4 to 8 weeks, and then version A is more productive, you can actually publish it so that our system will automatically make that content go live so you don't have to go back in and publish it yourselves because Amazon has automatically done it for you. So think about what A/B tests that your brand can run because using this tool could really lead to improved conversion, showcase your brand, and improve your sales. Okay. Let's zoom out from the product detail page and talk a little bit more about optimizing your store. Your store on Amazon is kind of like your home on Amazon. So even once the holiday season is over, shoppers that were engaged with your brand during the holiday season will be coming back to your store to learn more about your products that you have to offer. So we want to make sure that we're making our stores easy to shop and rememberable to grab their attention. Let's see what updates you can make that will better engage and provide them with an excellent shopping experience during the holiday season. First, I recommend to refresh your storefront with festive imagery and videos and make sure that your best-selling gifts are highly visible. So you could create different sub-pages and group gifts by interest or theme, such as stocking stuffers or gifts for parents or holiday decorations. Additionally, I recommend that you consolidate subtabs of similar items for upcoming holidays or items that have active deals running on them. Making sure that that layout is super easy, friendly to shop, and very much customizable to the product that you're trying to sell during Q4. A tip I have here is to publish a subpage that says deals, holiday gifting, and then actually pair that with a sponsored brand campaign that drives that additional traffic to that landing page. Additionally, I recommend that you have shoppable image connections that can build connections with customers on your store. So shoppable images will actually inspire customers with high quality lifestyle visuals and feature your different products in different settings with complementary products as well. Customers can actually click on those shoppable images to read more product description about your product, or they can actually add to cart directly from these shoppable images. Finally, I also suggest to prepare your holiday store updates in advance using our latest store versioning and scheduling enhancement. Stores now actually support creating multiple versions of a store, and then you can auto-publish when you want a certain content to go live. So you could actually, create a storefront for Black Friday and Cyber Monday, and then flip it into December to really capitalize on that gifting timeframe if you want. Or you can create, a Q4 storefront version and then flip it for Q1 after the new year. It might definitely seem like a lot of work to update your store, but consider this. Shoppers that actually visit a brand store page purchase 56.5% more frequently. They have a 67% higher average order value and a 51% higher add to cart rate. So it really does make a difference when shoppers see your brand store. So don't you want to make it the best that it can be? Speaking of making it the best you can be, promotions are also one of the best ways to just improve discoverability of your brand and products. While deal sourcing is actually closed for Black Friday, Cyber Monday, there's still time to create coupons and Prime exclusive discounts. Both of these promotion types can actually be created in your advertising console within Seller Central, and they can both run for up to 90 days in duration. So I recommend creating promotions or deals on your best-selling items, most giftable items, or any items that you're kind of sitting on some of that excess inventory to see if we can help move through that during the holiday season. Additionally, products that run on promotions get extra badging in our search results. And they also have the opportunity to surface on our Today's Deal page, which is Amazon's most second high trafficked landing page. Additionally, if you're going to set up promotions and deals, I recommend that you have some sort of power behind them. So whether that be, purchasing advertising packages, email marketing campaigns that you send out on those deal or promoted products, or really highlighting them in your Amazon posts. Which leads me to my next tactic, which is to make sure that we are utilizing the Amazon post function. Post is a visual storytelling opportunity within the US mobile shopping app on Amazon. Shoppers can actually explore inspiring content feeds to discover and engage with brands and their products. Posts that you send out should feature must-have products or deals, which is kind of what I mentioned prior. You can actually discover posts in carousels, on product detail pages, on content feeds, and in your dedicated storefront. So you don't actually have to dictate where these posts will go, because Amazon's algorithms will actually place them based off of shopping relevance and customer engagement with the posts. Post Publisher also allows you to pre-create the posts that you want to run and schedule them so that you can have content leading all throughout the holiday timeframe. Remember, you can also create, edit, or withdraw posts at any time. So if you're not satisfied with the content that you've posted, you can remove it, we can edit it, or create a new post from scratch. If you're wondering how to get started with posts, any brand owner with or without a store can easily access this via the advertising console, making it a one-stop shop so that you can manage your advertising campaigns, your store, and your posts from one central location. Posts are simple to use, but they can definitely make a big impact. According to our internal data, brands active on posts during the 2021 holiday season had 173% more visitors to their store on average with brands that were not active with posts. So you can actually go ahead and set up these holiday posts right now and not even have to think about creating content or managing that content while you're kind of in the biggest peak season of your business. The last tip that I'm gonna provide today is to utilize the brand referral bonus program to earn a bonus on average of 10% of sales from your non-Amazon marketing traffic that you drive to Amazon. In preparation for Q4, you may already be maximizing your marketing efforts on and off-site Amazon. So why not make those marketing dollars go further? When you direct non-Amazon traffic to Amazon, you earn a bonus of the promoted product and any purchases that your customers make for up to 14 days after they engage with that off-site traffic marketing campaign. This bonus is actually credited on your Seller Central account that goes toward your referral fees. Brand Referral Bonus also provides analytics through the Amazon attribution reports. So you can see like clicks that you get, you can see add to cart metrics, detail page views, and purchase metrics. So enroll in Brand Referral Bonus today within your advertising console to get started. I want to emphasize that Brand Referral Bonus, along with all of these other tactics that I have introduced you to today, are not only keen for the holiday season, but we also recommend that you are utilizing these practices throughout the duration of the year. So let's take a look at how some of those important insights that can help guide your decisions in the future. Let's start by looking at ways to measure the success of your brand store. Your Store Insight dashboard provides you with metrics that help you understand how the store is performing. You can access this from the brand store builder or the store main page. The Insight dashboard shows you how your traffic sources perform and gives you insights into ad attributed sales, daily visitors, and page views. We recommend checking out this dashboard on a regular cadence to really understand what's happening with your brand store and work on opportunities to find ways to continue to optimize it even further. A tip that works well for many businesses is to set a regular cadence to review their insights before, during, and after a peak holiday event timeframe. Don't forget about also measuring your success of your Amazon posts. We recommend downloading a report after the holidays are over to see how many products and follows and clicks that your posts received. Additionally, you can review your overall performance and really see what content resonated successfully with your customers. From this report, you can see the number of clicks to your product detail page, total reach numbers for the post, and the number of followers that you gained from the post. Did certain captions work better? Were there certain images that resonated better with your customers? And this report is going to be able to give you insight into those questions. To wrap up, I want to leave you with the 5 tips that we covered today. First, optimize your product detail pages. Consider changing your imagery to more festive themes and pay attention to your headlines, such as your title, pricing, featured offer eligibility, and your stock levels. Next, use the Manage Your Experiments tool to A/B test different types of attributes on your detail page, such as your main images, bullet points, product description, or A+ content to see what performs best and then utilize that content moving forward. Also, refresh your storefront. You can add festive images and videos, and most importantly, make sure that you're really creating those sub-tab storefront pages so that you can group together, giftable items or your deals. You can also use the free post tool to highlight your deals and coupons, helping to reach interested customers. And finally, try out the brand referral bonus tool in our advertising console. Get value back from your non-Amazon marketing efforts back into your Amazon credits. Now that we've covered those hot topics for holiday, I'm excited to introduce a partner and board member of Anchor Innovations to share how he implemented some of these tactics last year and how it led to success during his holiday season. Please welcome Ben Zhang. Hello, Ben. Thanks for joining us today. Can you tell us a little bit about Anchor and the background of your business?
Thanks, Taylor. Absolutely. So there are 2 versions of introduction. So version 1, Anchor was founded in 2011 with the simple mission of providing innovative and reliable products that enhance people's lives. Today, Anchor is the global leader in mobile charging and one of the most popular developers of video, audio, electronics, home appliances, and smart security solutions, and more. Here is a version 2. So who is using Anchor products? Okay, let's see how many Anchor users we have in this room today. So for those who haven't used our product yet, please come see me right after this session. I will be delighted to provide you an exclusive Amazon promotion code with deep discount. Thank you.
Free product?
Can be free.
Thanks for that background, Ben. I think many of us are likely familiar with Anchor's products, so I'm really excited to talk about the Amazon journey that you've had with us so far. What advice could you share with advertisers that are getting ready for their stores, their ads, their detail pages for Black Friday and Cyber Monday?
Firstly, proactively update your brand store to feature new products and highlight key ASINs well before the peak season arrives. Secondly, carefully allocate your budget and optimize your advertising campaigns to compete for traffic during the peak season. Lastly, also very importantly, leverage seasonal content for your product listings and make use of premium A+ content to increase the conversion rate. Thank you.
Great suggestions. How do you use different advertising solutions together, such as sponsored products, sponsored brands, and sponsored display, and like stores, posts, some of those different opportunities to really help your brands and products stand out during Q4?
We develop a comprehensive Amazon ads solutions that align with specific objectives. We also use the synergy of Amazon's ad solutions to have full coverage of the entire customer shopping journey. For conversions, make sure you have the high quality content across listing pages, brand stores, posts. Yeah. I will also point out that owning your branded search results is critically important during peak season, which means you will need to monitor and manage your keyword targeting very closely. Finally, employ targeted remarketing campaigns and brand-tailored promotions to foster engagement with prior viewers, past purchasers, and your dedicated brand followers.
I really like the suggestion around like retargeting the customers that have already shopped with you before. It's going to be really crucial during Q4. How has leveraging your customer success manager help you improve your brand's performance during the holiday Q4 timeframe?
Yeah, CSM has been a great business partner to Anchor. To help us get prepared for the peak season, our CSM, first, he help us secure important merchandising resources, deals. CSM, I think, is also crucial in averting potential sales losses. There are all kinds of issues. So our sales team is helping us with troubleshooting, dealing with operational challenges, and monitor account health, etc. Our CSM also help connect the Anchor team with multiple teams within Amazon, like brand building team, category merchant managers, and ads team, to help us get the privileged access to new features and invaluable category insights. Our CSM also work with the Anchor team to devise a strategic business plan that's tailored to our business objectives.
It's just nice to have another set of eyes on the business and know that you kind of have like a safety net and an advocate for you internally, for sure. How do you plan your promotional strategy throughout Q4?
We actually have different promotional strategies for different product groups and their positionings. So there are 4 types of product groups, which is defined internally. So for cost-effective products, these products are positioned as exceptional value with competitive daily, pricing. So we use various of, tools, promotional tools, all kinds of, bundles, lightning deals, prime exclusive deals to enhance their appeal. This strategy focuses on offering ongoing value and attracting price-conscious customers. While for flagship hero SKUs, they receive prominent placement within top deals, which is aimed at leveraging the best performing products to maximize our overall sales during the important events. And then for innovative and premium tier products, we take a nuanced approach. Price reductions are limited for pivotal events like Deal of the Day only, ensuring these products maintain an exclusive and premium positioning. This approach helps us preserve the perceived value of the products while participating in promotions. The last part is newly launched products. We usually refrain from initial price reductions within the first 3 months or half-year period.
I really like how you kind of tier it out to like your premium SKUs, middle tier SKUs, and then the lower performer SKUs. So you kind of have strategies for all 3. Do you have any recommendations to successfully inbound in adequate inventory for the holiday season?
First of all, you need to be mindful of the FB inbound cutoff dates. Taylor just mentioned for pivotal, Q4 events. While your CSM actually will communicate with you in advance, and then I think proactively plan and allocate inventory seasonally to avert 11th hour shipment arrivals at FB warehouses. So we usually start planning supply plan for peak season in the second quarter of the year. Lastly, have a plan B by exploring alternative Amazon logistic solutions such as Seller Fulfilled Prime and Amazon Today. We actually just had a good catch up with the Amazon Today team. These can offer valuable backup solutions for the peak demand period.
I love the suggestion around having a plan B, because we know everything doesn't always go to plan.
Yeah.
So really adapting with that. What would you say your greatest challenges are in Q4, and how do you work with your customer success manager to actually address those challenges?
Okay. A big challenge for us is navigating sales forecasts for premier event promotions. This task is becoming even more difficult this year, given the outstanding results we observed in the summer, during summer Prime Day. Additionally, we need to strategically increase traffic during a high traffic period and implement measures to enhance conversion rate throughout the peak season. It is a multifaceted endeavor. In addressing these issues, we have established a weekly touch point with our CSM through open and transparent communication, as well as proactive and adaptable approach. We should be able to overcome most of the hurdles.
That's great. Thanks for sharing. Yeah, it's always nice to have kind of those weekly touch points to make sure that you're on track and everything's going the way that it should. What is your marketing strategy within both the Amazon store and offsite and other apps?
When it comes to our marketing strategy, it is a comprehensive approach that aims to maximize brand's visibility and engagement both within Amazon and beyond the Amazon platform. First, we harness the power of third-party traffic by directing it to our product listings and brand store on Amazon. This takes advantage of the benefits offered by brand referral bonus program, which Taylor just mentioned. Second, a crucial part of our marketing efforts involves re-engaging with our loyal customer base while simultaneously reaching out to new audiences. We achieve this through PR campaigns, influencer marketing, and content marketing initiatives, all kinds of stuff. And third, a significant portion of our advertising budget is strategically allocated to Amazon during peak season. This allows us to effectively connect with shoppers interested in the product categories. That's plus I think you need to use again remarketing techniques to maintain engagement and help with conversion rate.
Thank you. How do you track these efforts, and how do you track the impact that they have to the brand and your sales on the Amazon store?
Yeah, tracking the impact of our off-Amazon efforts on our brand and sales within Amazon is important. I would say always an important part of our strategy. We have a few key methods. First, we use Amazon attribution links in many of our third-party campaigns. Second, we conduct in-depth analysis of brand metrics. This helps us understand the real impact on the size and engagement of our brand audience. Last, we make use of the Amazon Marketing Cloud, AMC, to measure the customer engagement across the entire shopping journey. So those tools and analysis allow us to fine-tune our effort and make data-driven decisions.
Awesome, thank you. What content does your team actually refresh for the Q4 timeframe?
Yeah, we refresh product listings pages both on Amazon and our official website to make sure they are polished and appealing. And next up is the brand store. This is where customer gets deeper look into what the brand is all about. So we updated it with the most updated offerings and brand identity. We also pay attention to the post to make sure it stay relevant. Finally, we put some extra effort into our brand story and premium A+ content. And last but not least, advertising materials. By the way, I think you should consider using those AI GC tools to refresh your content if you haven't used that yet. We are using a lot, AI tools to help us improve the listing content.
Yeah, I think that's a great tip. Could you talk a little bit about how you leverage brand follows and posts and frequently kind of engage with the advertisers?
First, we make most of the MOICE tool and create tailor-made brand promotions. This approach allows us to effectively reconnect with our dedicated brand followers. Additionally, we use the post feature strategically. It's all about, again, maintaining an active presence. So we release new posts on a regular basis by consistently sharing valuable insights, features, offerings. We actually build a robust channel for interaction. This in turn leads to heightened engagement and great brand recognition. And in a nutshell, it's about using the tools to connect with our audience in a way that is both personalized and informative.
Awesome. How do you use Amazon Ad Solutions in your store to highlight your deals?
First, we allocate a larger portion of our advertising budget to products that have deals, especially top-tier deals. This ensures that our deals, get prime placement in front of our target audience to boost their visibility and engagement. But that's not all. We also leverage our brand store to prominently showcase our deals. We strategically highlight products that feature deals. It captures their attention and encourages them to explore further. So it's all about making people aware of our deals and promotions in the peak season. So in essence, it's all about smart budget allocation and using our brand store to effectively shine a spotlight of the deals.
Thank you. Thank you so much for joining us. This was super insightful. I'm happy that we got to hear firsthand from a seller on the store. So thanks for joining us so much.
Thank you. And wishing everyone a successful peak season. Yeah,
Yes.
Thank you.